evil, and that I refuse to believe. The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? You know this is going to turn into another atheist, anti-theist video. How dare you? What do you think it's going to be about? Deuteronomy 28:22. Leviticus 26:16. Deuteronomy 4:26. Deuteronomy 28:23. Deuteronomy 32:24. Amos 4. Haggai 1:11. Haggai 2:17. Zechariah 14:12. How dare you? How dare you?
For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe. The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half in 10 years only gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees at the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control. 50% may be acceptable to you, but those numbers do not include tipping points, most feedback loops, additional warming hidden by toxic air pollution, or the aspects of equity and climate justice. They also rely on my generation sucking hundreds of billions of tons of your CO2 out of the air with technologies that barely exist. So a 50% risk is simply not acceptable to us, we who have to live with the consequences. To have a 67% chance of staying below a 1.5 degrees global temperature rise, the best odds given by the IPCC, the world had 420 gigatons of CO2 left to emit back on January 1st, 2018. Today that figure is already down to less than 350 gigatons.
Oops. Oh, somehow I clicked it off. Let's just go with my video material. My video material is 1 minute time. Maybe even less than a minute time. Hello. Hi, how you doing? My name is Maurice Daniels on Facebook. Maurice Daniels and Maurice Daniels on MeWe. I have 2 MeWes. And I have a YouTube. I have 2 YouTubes. I have an Atheist Mo and a Mo Atheist. The Mo Atheist is not in operation right now because I could only do live on my Atheist Mo. My Mo Atheist is by phone. I got a Mo Atheist. I got a secondary, or maybe this is the secondary, but whatever. Fuck, can't find it. Damn. I'll find it. I'll find it. I got a warning symbol on the top of my profile. I gotta behave myself on Facebook or I'll lose it. I got a warning symbol on my profile right at the top of the page. I can't even remove it. What was I going to get into? La-di-da. Pardon me, folks, for taking such a long time. Atheist Mo, like and subscribe. I'm very low on subscribers and likers. I only have 11 subscribers. And my Facebook is under threat of being banned. I also am involved in MeWe. MeWe is very lenient. I don't know what you got to do to be banned from MeWe. You actually have to do something super drastic to get banned from MeWe. But I do MeWe and YouTube on top of Facebook. I have a Twitter account, but Twitter is so fucking boring because no one likes or retweets anything. No one comments on anything. I'm like a nobody on Twitter. I'm hoping to be a somebody on YouTube because I got to drift away from Facebook. I'm not going to do Facebook videos anymore. Facebook has fucked me over with 60-day bans numerous times. I'm not going to do Facebook video anymore. Only a short hello video. I got a bunch of short hello, how you doing? I'm 37 days inside my home. I'm 37 days inside my home. I made a 10-second video this morning. 37 days inside my fucking home. How about that? How dare you? I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Now, I clicked on that this is adult material, not children material. And I gave you my warning that I'm gonna make fun of your religion. I'm gonna cuss and smoke. I've had people on Facebook actually say, "Oh, I saw you smoking in your video." I made Facebook videos for like 4 years straight. And then all of a sudden, I get numerous numbers of bans. Every other month, I'm going to get banned for 60 days. I was 60-day banned many times over. 60 days? What the fuck offended you so damn much that it's going to be a 2-month ban? It's because I think Facebook is very discriminatory against me because, like I said in my intro, that I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital NLT. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Is that hate speech against this evil, despicable book? Well, fuck yeah. This book is an evil, despicable book. It's full of tens of thousands of contradictions. There's 31,102 verses in the King James Bible, and you're taking it out of context. You only want to pick out the bad stuff in the Bible. All you ever want to do is pick out the bad stuff in the Bible. You think since this pandemic, I think it's been 37 straight days that no one has ever even thought of Greta Thunberg. How dare you? How dare you? 37 days straight and coronavirus. I've been laid off from a job for 37 days. And on Facebook, everyone forgot about Greta like 37 days ago.
How dare you pretend that this can be solved with just business as usual and some technical solutions? With today's emissions levels, that remaining CO2 budget will be entirely gone within less than 8.5 years. There will not be any solutions or plans presented in line with these figures here today, because these numbers are too uncomfortable and you are still not mature enough to tell it like it is. You are failing us, but the young people are starting to understand your betrayal. The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say we will never forgive you. We will not let you get away with this. Right here, right now, is where we draw the line. The world is waking
What I'm going
up,
to get at in this video
and change
is
is coming, whether
religion.
you like it or not.
Your Bible God
Thank you.
is not an environmentalist. He doesn't give a fuck about the planet. Who drowned the planet? Who drowned the planet? Who did it? Who drowned the planet? Genesis 6. First, let's go to top main verse is going to be Genesis 1. Very first chapter, the last verse, 131. And God saw that everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. The evening and the morning, it's the 6th day. I saw that it was all good. No, it was all good. There's no flaws. It's 100% all good. You think it really is. Genesis 1, verse 31. You know the answers are in Genesis. You know what the answer is? The answer is that it was all good. I was really satisfied. It was all good and perfect. I was all satisfied. Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. And God saw that everything he made, and behold, it was very good. It was the evening and the morning. It was the sixth day. That's just before the seventh day where he decided to lay on his ass for a whole 24 hours, period. It was all good. It was all good. Wasn't it all good? Hey, are the answers in Genesis? Let me ask you, are the answers in Genesis? Genesis 6:5 onward. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. 6:6 of Genesis. And it repenteth the Lord that he had made man on the earth. Hey, stop right there. We're going to go with Genesis 6, verse 6. And it repenteth the Lord that he had made man on the earth. Genesis 6:6. It repenteth me that man was made on the earth. And if you go to 119 of Psalms, 119 verse 140. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. Oops. Dan, I'm going to have to cheat and make a bookmark or cut off these picture pages. One or the other. I'm going by memory, not even notes. I vow to never use bookmarks. I never mark a book. I never highlighted anything. I got the 31,102 verses nearly memorized. Not to boast and brag about it, but I'm doing a better job than a Christian does, because they never even read 31,102 verses. Plus, I even read the Apocrypha, which has the Apocrypha and the Deuteronomical books have 15 more books than the King James has. And I got a Quran here and a Book of Mormon, but I'm not going to show you that. I'm more studied in the Bible because Christianity seems to be the biggest problem. I don't have the Quran or the Mormon memorized. It's just that I was raised Christian. Well, actually, I was raised Catholic. Let me take that back. I might as well go into a deconversion story now. That I was raised Catholic, but my mom and dad were getting old, and they had I was number 10 out of 11 kids. By the 10th kid, they were tired of going to fucking church, and they gave up on church because there's so many strict rules with Catholic Church that my family got turned off about Catholic Church. But they still instilled the God belief in me that the same time that you talk about Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Cupid, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Godzilla, and I remember as a kid, my mom would give me orders before I went to bed. She would say, wash your hands and face, brush your teeth, and you're going to go to bed. And don't forget to say your prayers to Magic Cloud Guy up there. I grew up believing there's a magic floating guy on top of the clouds. There's a magic sky god that I'm going to say, hey, please do me this and do me that. Please gimme. When I was 10 years old, I think it was, no, let's skip over to 12 or 13 when it was like 1980. 1980, if you didn't have a Jordache jeans or Nike or Adidas tennis shoes, you were a nerd. It's only the preppy jocks who had Jordache jeans hugging their ass, and they had this bright shiny Nike or Adidas shoes. Their family was kind of on the upper class. There was maybe 3 classes when I grew up. The extremely poor, which would be the homeless. The secondary class, which is me, middle class, making I guess is 30 grand middle class. That's what I make. Actually, I made 33 grand last year. But guess what? I'm 37 days straight on a layoff. And I never even got unemployment money, and I never even got tax money. And I never even got that dumb fuck stimulus kind of fucking thing. So I've been living on my savings, you know what I mean? But when I finally get through the IRS and the unemployment, I'm going to have thousands of dollars stacked up. So, yeah, they're going to give me 5 weeks pay of unemployment, and I got a couple grand coming in from taxes yet. What the fuck? I'm still living on. I bought this 5 weeks. I probably bought $300 worth of food, and I still have fucking excess of my freezer's packed and my cupboards are stuffed. Get into the Bible reading. Okay, Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And it's the evening and the morning. It was the 6th day. Genesis 6, verse 6. And it repenteth the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him in his heart. It repenteth the Lord that he made man. It repenteth the Lord that he made man ever. Psalm 119, verse 160. Thy word is true from beginning to end, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever. But it repenteth man. In Genesis 6, verse 6. It repenteth me. Every word is true from beginning to end. 119 Psalms on 160. And Genesis chapter 6, verse 5 and 6. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repenteth the Lord that he had made man on the earth. and it grieved him as its heart. And the Lord said in verse 7 that I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing, and all the fowls of the air, and repenteth me that I have made them. If you study up in concordances and dictionaries, okay. So I got an encyclopedia that has the commentary, the concordance, every fucking thing that you want to know about the King James, plus 15 additional Catholic books. I got this shit nearly memorized, you know what I mean? So, it repenteth the man, it repenteth to God, it repenteth to God that I even made man. I made a big, huge mistake, and I'm going to kill everyone in a flood. How about that? I made a big, screwed up mistake about creating man. But you know, in Genesis 1:31, it says, on the sixth day, I saw that it was good. The seventh day, I'm going to lay about on my ass for 24 hours. I'm not going to do anything for a single day. But on the sixth day, I saw it was good. And by Genesis 6:5-7, I screwed up and I want to kill everyone. How dare you? How dare you?
My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 31.
I should be back in school.
And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. In the evening and the morning, it was the sixth day. And the seventh day, I laid around my ass, and I didn't even worry about a fucking environment. How come Greta's talking about thousands of years later when things aren't good anymore? And I saw that it was good. Genesis 1:31 is the answer in Genesis. I saw that it was very good. And then you have a fucking... Why is she so upset? Because the environment is fucked.
How dare you?
Deuteronomy 28:22. Deuteronomy is the fifth book of the Bible. 28:22. I'm tapping my head to try to remember this shit. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with the inflammation, with the extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blast, and with mildew. They shall pursue thee until thou perish. Hey, but God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him. Deuteronomy 28, verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with consumption. Hey, didn't we say that God so loved the world? And with fever and with inflammation. How about when I say God said he loves the world? And with extreme burning and with the sword. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. In with blast and in with mildew, they shall pursue thee until thy perish. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, how about that? Until thy perish with famine, pestilence, and death. But I saw that it was all good. And on the sixth day, I saw that it was all good. And it was perfect and flawless. And then 119, 160 of Psalm says every word is true from beginning to end. And 131 says it's all good. But Genesis 6, verses 5 through 7, he says, whoa, I made a total fucking mistake. I created a bunch of wicked and evil people, and I'm only going to save 8 remaining people, and a few selected animals. And all the rest, fuck you. You're drowned to dead. If I got into the impossibilities of all of Noah's Ark kind of fucking shit, it would be a super long, hours long video. So we'll skip over that and go to this topic matter. And maybe someday I'll do a Noah's flood kind of dumb fuck shit.
For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe. The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half in 10 years only gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees and the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control. 50% may be acceptable to you, but those numbers do not include tipping points, most feedback loops, additional warming hidden by toxic air pollution, or the aspects of equity and climate justice. They also rely on my generation sucking hundreds of billions of tons of your CO2 out of the air with technologies that barely exist. So a 50% risk is simply not acceptable to us, we who have to live with the consequences. To have a 67% chance of staying below a 1.5 degrees of global temperature rise, the best odds given by the IPCC, the world had 4.
Oh, it clicked off, huh? Well, anyways, seems to me like the 5 weeks I've been off from work every single day for the last 37 days. We never even heard of Greta Thunberg. We only did coronavirus memes on Facebook. The only thing that's going on Facebook is coronavirus memes and that tiger lady, the tiger lady against that guy, tiger memes, whatever. I don't know about that. Now the biggest, latest craze is Lysol and bleach memes. Let's get back into the video. How dare you? Leviticus 26, verse 16. Word. Wow, Leviticus 26 is a very fucking long chapter. Well, 26, where the fuck does it start? I finally found it. It's because this book is so fucking big that if you don't turn the right page, you don't get the chapter at all. Two pages make up a fucking chapter. It's 26:16 if you want to Google it up. How dare you? The earth is falling apart. We might as well fucking die right now. How dare you? You know what? In the sixth day in Genesis 1:31, he said, I think it's all good at the end of the sixth day. The seventh day, I'm going to lay around and do nothing. And then by Genesis 6:5-7, he says, I regret it that I made everyone, even though I said it was all good back then. Everyone, I'm pissed off at everyone. I'm going to only save a few animals and this whack-off, jack-off family called Noah. 8 people who are going to jack each other off and make incest babies. Leviticus 26, verse 16. You know, I'm in the right place, I also will do unto you, I will bring a point ever, you terror, consumption, and burning egg that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of the heart. And you shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies will eat it. The seed, that's talking about semen. I'm going to eat it. Deuteronomy 4, verse 26. Deuteronomy is the number 5 book. Whenever we get to it, 4. How dare you? You are not an environmentalist, God, even though you said it was all good. Genesis 1:31. In Genesis 6:5-7. Fuck it, I'm going to kill everyone except for my special jack-off family. Who's going to incest each other? Yeah. Deuteronomy 4:26. I call heaven and earth to go witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall have everlasting life. And blah, blah, blah. Wee. You know what? And Deuteronomy 4:26. I will call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, and you shall utterly perish from off the land whereunto you go to Jordan to possess it. Pestilence, murder, and death. Blah. But my God cares about the earth, doesn't God care about the earth? Let's go with that in Deuteronomy 28, verse 23. Well, Bible God, he really cares about the earth, doesn't he? He really does. Well, where's the fucking 28? This is a super big book. It's like every page is another chapter. Well, so not super quick about it. 28, 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass. In the earth that is under it shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From the heavens shall it come down upon thee until thee be destroyed. I'm going to send down iron and dust to choke and kill you. In Deuteronomy 28, 23. In thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass. In the earth that is under shall be iron. The Lord shall make thee rain upon thy land with powder and dust from the heaven, and come down upon thee and destroy thee. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Dad, I'm going to rain down this iron and brass shit that's going to choke you to death. How about that? In Deuteronomy 28, 23. Deuteronomy 32, 24. Thou shalt be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and bitter destruction. I will also send upon the teeth of beast upon them, and the poisons of the serpents of the dust. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Amos 4:9. Amos 4:9. Amos might be a very, very hard book to find. It's going to be way after the Proverbs, Psalms, and Solomon, and Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, and Lamentations. Where the fuck is Amos going to be? It's after the Ezekiel, I know that. It's after the Daniel, isn't it? Is it right after the Daniel? Let's see if it's right after the Daniel. What's after Daniel? What's after Daniel? Oh, Daniel is Hosea. Fuck Hosea. As long as we're in Hosea, we might as well go to my favorite lovely cherry pick Bible version of Hosea 13, verse 8. I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved. Let me slow down there because I'm getting really fucking. Are you going to Google Hosea 13? I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and I will rend the call of their heart. And there will be, I devour them like a lion. The wild beast shall tear them up. Ha! That's 13:8 of Hosea. Hosea 13, verse 16. Samaria shall become desolate, for she rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword, and her infants shall be dashed into pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped open. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. I still didn't find Amos. That is part of my script. Amos 4:9. I have smitten you with a blasting and mildew. When your gardens and your vineyards and your fig trees and your olive trees increase the palmer worm. There's a palmer worm That's gonna fuck shit up for you. Devour them. That means you don't have no vineyards, no trees anymore. But I first saw that the world that I gave you, the only begotten Son, whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. But I'll send a palmer worm to eat all this fucking vegetation, and it's gonna all be barren, laid waste, like a radiation land. There's no vegetation at all. Amos 4.
Had 420 gigatons of CO2 left to emit back on January 1st, 2018. Today that figure is already down to less than 350 gigatons. How dare you pretend that this can be solved with just business as usual and some technical solutions? With today's emissions levels, that remaining CO2 budget will be entirely gone within less than 8.5 years. There will not be any solutions or plans presented in line with these figures here today, because these numbers are too uncomfortable and you are still not mature enough to tell it like it is. You are failing us, but the young people are starting to understand your betrayal. The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say we will never forgive you. We will not let you get away with this. Right here, right now, is where we draw the line. The world is waking up. And change is coming whether you like it or not. Thank you.
Okay. I gotta find Haggai, which is a very, very short book. And I still haven't found it. Haggai. Haggai has to be somewhere soon. Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah. Haggai! Haggai is after Zephaniah. I never fucking knew that. It's before the Zechariah. It's in between the Zephaniah and the Zechariah. It's Haggai. Haggai chapter 1, verse 11. Where the fuck is it? And a call to the drought upon the land. How dare you? How dare you? Haggai chapter 1, verse 11. And it called for a drought upon the land. How dare you? And upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon which the ground bringeth forth, and upon man, and upon cattle, and upon the labor of the hands. A drought on the land. I'm thirsty, Lord. I'm thirsty. Tough shit, this is a drought on the land. But I'm really thirsty. I'm dying. But I called for a drought on the land. How dare you? Haggai chapter 2, verse 17. I smote you with a blast and with mildew, and with hail and the labors of the hands, yet ye turned not to me, saith the Lord. It sounds like you really fucked up your land and your drought, and you're like totally wasted away. You're totally wasted away. Like, I'm in a drought and I'm a pestilence and famine and death. And what is your God doing? Well, I caused that kind of fucking shit, didn't I? Psalm 135. Psalm 135. You know what? Let's skip over to 135 and go to 115 first. We go to 115, verse 3 first. And then it's going to start off with another subject matter of the video. But our God is in heaven. He hath done whatever he hath pleased. Psalm 115, verse 3. For your God who is in heaven, he hath done whatsoever he pleased. Genesis. He did what your God is in heaven. He does whatever he pleases to do. In Genesis 6, 5 through 7. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him as his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, and it repented to me that I have made them. But what did he say in Genesis chapter 1, verse 31? It repenteth me that I made them, and I'm going to destroy them. Genesis 1, verse 31. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. It was the evening, it was the morning, it was the sixth day, and then the seventh day I laid on my ass. I didn't do anything. But then Genesis 6, 5 through 7, he says, I repented that I made you, and I'm going to kill you all except for a small number of animals and a family of 8 that are going to jack off each other into incest. Genesis 1:31 says, behold, it was all good. You read the beginning of Genesis chapter 2, it says, seventh day I laid on my ass. Then Genesis 6, 5 through 7, it says, oh, I don't like everybody. I'm going to kill everybody, except for a little special group of animals in the jack-off family of 8. I don't know if you hear my neighbors, but they're all carousing and mingling around each other in this pandemic crisis without masks and without gloves. They're not environmentalists. They're suicidalists, because anyone who wants to go and hang out with your buddies barehanded with no mask in a pandemic coronavirus scare threat kind of fucking thing is really stupid. And I got to stay inside my home for like 37 days straight because I don't even trust my fucking neighbors. My neighbors are probably disease carriers. What does your Bible God say about neighbors who have bare hands and no mask and they're carousing and partying and bumping and grinding and kind of fucking shit? And he said, I see that it's all good. I see that it's all good. But 2020 of, what is it, April 25th. Our state is on lockdown till May 15th. But I saw that it was still good. But then I'm going to kill everyone in Genesis 5 through 7 because I'm pissed off because I made a mistake, but I saw that it was all good. I thought it was all good, but then I made a mistake and I regretted making you, and I'm gonna kill you. Ah! Except for a little small group of animals, a family of 8. They're gonna jack each other up into incest. Genesis chapter 7, verse 21. 7:21 and 7. Let's just go on from 21 and I'll stop sometime. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. No, all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and cattle and beast, and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth, and every man, including little babies and cuddly teddy bears. He killed them. All in whose nostrils had a breath of life, and all that is on dry land died. And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle and creeping things and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And only Noah, my Noah guy, my Noah Jackoff family survived with a special group of bestiality animals that are creating incest. How about that? What's up? I only see one viewer and no like. Just to reassure me I'm doing this for nothing, how about someone drop in and you could like or subscribe, or you could say, oh, fuck Mo, I don't like his video. I'm not going to subscribe or like it. I'm not even going to fucking watch it. Just tell me what it is. I'm not going to like or subscribe. I don't want to fucking watch you, or I really do like and subscribe. Yeah. If you think I'm a major asshole about your religion, hey, that's kind of a good thing because your fucking fairy tale mythical book is a major fucking asshole. Okay? Psalm 135, verse 6. Keep in mind, before I get to this, I'm going to say that Genesis 1:31 says, I saw that it was all good. I saw everything was all good. It was all perfect. I saw everything was all good in Genesis 1:31. Psalm 135, verse 6. Whosoever the Lord, no, whatsoever, 135, verse 6. Let's see if we can see. 135, verse 6. 135. Whatsoever the Lord pleaseth, that he dideth in heaven and in earth and the seas and the deep places. Whatever the Lord pleased. 135, verse 6. What happens 2 verses later? Can you guess? Guess right now before Googling it. 135, 6. What does say 135, 8? I knew it before you Googled it. I'm going by memory. Why can't you do it, Christian? John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures so you can testify about me. How come you can't do it? 135:6. Whatsoever the Lord pleased that he did in heaven. 135:8. Who smote the firstborn of Egypt? Both man and beast. All the firstborn of Egypt, including all of man and all of beast. I slew all the firstborn of Egypt. Right after I said, whatever pleased me. 135:8. Who smote the firstborn of Egypt? Exodus, which is after the Genesis. It's probably the second book, I would believe. I think it really is the second book. Yeah, it really is the second book of the King James Exodus, chapter 12, verse 12 and 13. Where I'll pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I'll smite all the firstborn of Egypt. Just like he said in 135:8 of Psalms, right after he said 135:6 of Psalms that whatever pleased me. And I smote all the firstborn of Egypt, and Exodus 12, verse 12 and 13. Where I'll pass through the land this night, and I'll smite all the firstborn. All the firstborn. I'm starting to get tired of making speech and errors. That he killed all the firstborn of Egypt. Exodus 12:12. 13. And the blood shall be upon for you token of the houses. And shit like that. Verse 29 of Exodus 12. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn of the land of Egypt. But it's whatever pleased him in 115:3 and 135, verse 6. 135:8 says, who smote all the firstborn of Egypt? And then I read Exodus 12:13 and Exodus 12:29. I'm over an hour. I'm tired. Bye. Hey, why don't you dump your religion? It's evil garbage, okay?